we're actually giving away an Usyk signed glove on our Instagram page. If people jump onto the Boxing King Media Instagram page, and you'll see a post with the thumbnail of Johnny Nelson and Dominic Ingle pinned to the top. Just click on that post, the instructions on how to get yourself in the draw are on there. There's only about 100 people in the draw at the minute, so you got a good chance of winning. Boxing King Media, powered by BYD, Mr. Troy, the Trojan Williamson. Troy, how you doing, my friend?
Yes, I'm all good. All good. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. It's been a while, and I just want to ask you, how's life been for you? You obviously in boxing, you've suffered two losses, which isn't always easy to take as a boxer. So, how's personal life and just how's things been for you since then?
Yeah, personal life now is great. Yeah, when obviously I had a bit of a downtime after them two losses. Uh, but yeah, obviously that's life. You get hiccups in life, and it's how you deal with them. And obviously I've got a good team around me, and I've bounced back. I'm ready to get the ball rolling again, and rock and roll.
How much do you obviously 33 years old and which is still young in boxing? How much do you feel like you've still got to give?
I've got plenty to give. Plenty to give. I'm young, 33. Started boxing late. There's no miles on the clock.
Mhm.
Everything's intact, and yeah, I'm ready to prove that. I'm ready to show people that there's that 33 is not old, and 160 is my natural weight. I think I stayed at 154. I've had a couple of fights too long, but that's my own fault. Uh, but yeah, 160 is my natural weight, and I'm ready to go. Ready to get the ball rolling.
I don't know if you saw the press conference yesterday with Adam Zeman and O'Hara Davis. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched a bit of it. Yeah,
Yeah. So
watched a
it's
bit.
just interesting to see how if you could relate to what O'Hara was saying about, um, like he mainly aimed it at the media saying that, none of them checked up on him and after his loss, but they're all sliding for interviews, all that kind of stuff. So, did you experience any of that? Did you relate to any of the stuff he was saying with what it's like, after a loss?
To be fair, I only really got. I was only targeted for like interviews like when fights were coming up fight week and things out there. So it's not like every day people pop up and say, "Can I interview you?"
Mm.
But I can relate to that like through friends and stuff. I've lost friends, or friends have distanced themselves after I've had a couple of losses. So obviously, I've always realized like who the hangers on, and who are real friends throughout my whole career. So I've only got a handful of real friends. I can count on one hand me pot of friends. So obviously, I know the pot of people and I know the fake people. So you got to keep your circle small, and that's what I've always have done. But yeah, I've got a great little bunch around me that have helped me through the hard times, and I appreciate all them.
Is that something you think a lot of boxers experience? Like, I do hear this kind of similar sort of stories from a lot of fighters who have losses, or if they're not on TV anymore, the people that kind of are on the bandwagon, they slowly just disappear. How do you even kind of choose or kind of separate that from the real people?
You can't really obviously like I said, you've got hangers on, but obviously I know where I've come from, and obviously I know who supported me from the start. I've got guys that have followed me from my first ever fight when I've boxed in small hall shows to guys that are flying over to Dubai and watching me boxing my next fight. They've came to every single fight, whether it's last notice, um, right down the country. It doesn't really matter. There's obviously I know the true people that support me, and I know the fake people that just support me when I'm winning. So like it doesn't really bother me to be fair. Obviously, I'm my own person, and I choose wisely who I hang around with.
You obviously was with Matchroom, I believe we in some sort of deal with Matchroom,
No, I was never signed with Matchroom. I was just I've been a free agent last few years. I've just boxed on a Matchroom show, a Wasserman Channel 5 show.
Mhm.
So yeah,
What's your current promotional situation now then?
yeah, I've got no promotional team, so free agent in that sense.
You
So I can
know,
box on any channel.
when you look at your record on paper, it's mad that the people that you've lost to, they've all. I don't want to say Ishmael Davis is probably slightly different, but the other two have got similar styles, movers. But everyone that's wanted to stand and trade with you, you've blasted them out or beat them. Um, Do you think that kind of says something about the fact that if somebody stands and trades with you, that's probably your strongest point, or do you want to carry on fighting these movers and shakers, etc.?
Doesn't really, doesn't, at 160 now, you're going to see if people are going to try and move with me, I've got the gears now to shift through the gears and move my feet fast and let my hands go. Where at 154, I couldn't do that. Um, Obviously, it didn't really affect the endurance doing the distance, doing the 10 or the 12 rounds. But when I was getting there, it felt like I couldn't shift through the gears, let my hands go and explode how I wanted to. So see, at 160, you're gonna see that, and it doesn't matter whether I'm fighting a mover or someone who's gonna stand with me. I'm gonna start knocking people out again. It's been a long time since I've started knocking people out, and I put that all down to the weight.
What is the goal then? Is there anyone like say I know you got a fight coming up in Dubai in a few weeks. Have you got an opponent for that?
No, I've not got an opponent yet for that. Hopefully we get one nailed down in very shortly, but it doesn't matter who it is. This is gonna just gonna be a stepping stone to propel me on to bigger and better things. And after that, I want these big names.
And who is it you're aiming for? You've got a name in mind in that weight division?
No, I have got no names in mind. Just anybody that's ranked above me or someone similar. I want titles. I'd love to become a two-time British champion. But if that's not the route that my team want me to go, then anybody go down some international route and get some big fights.
What do you think of in your weight division? Obviously, you got Tyler Denny, Hamza Shiraz next week. How do you see that fight playing out?
Um, you can't back against Tyler Denny. He's obviously he's producing the goods. But obviously Hamza Shiraz is on great form and he looks really good doing it. That's a fight I'd love, obviously, and I know probably a couple of wins behind that, but it's been talked about for years. We were signed to fight when we were both with Queensbury. That fight got signed twice. First
Right.
time I got injured, I got an eye injury, and the second time he had a hand injury, so it just never materialised. But hopefully we can make it third time lucky, and that'll be a great fight. Get me a couple of wins. Hopefully he comes through, and that could be a massive fight.
And then obviously, the main event, you've also got AJ and Dubois. Were you in Team GB around the times them guys were in there?
Yeah, I used to share a room with Dubois.
Oh
But yeah, I
no.
was yeah,
How was that? How long did you do that for?
I was only on GB for two and a bit years.
Okay. How long did you share a room with Dan?
Yeah, probably all that time.
Damn, so you're gonna know Dan better than anyone. So obviously on paper, people that don't know him, he comes across as someone that's very difficult to like get words out of. So how did you guys kind of interact and what was it like?
Yeah, the same. He was very shy. He was like obviously he was young back then, but he was very very shy, but big gentle giant. But get him in that ring, and he's dangerous. I think it's a dangerous fight. I think he's going to be in it, but I can't look past the AJ win.
Hey, you share any stories from your times together? Anything you can share that you guys got up to, or
He just used to wake me up at 3 a.m. Going in the fridge and eating.
this is a big dude in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I don't know if you've seen much of the build up. In fact, I'll ask you. But Anthony Fowler put something out the other day. I'm assuming you might have been in Team GB when this allegedly
Yeah,
happened.
I seen that, but no, I didn't see that. I've heard a lot of stories, but no, I didn't witness that. No.
Okay. Uh, how do you see the fight playing out? Most people are picking Anthony Joshua. What you say?
Yeah. Like you say, obviously they've both got a punchy chance. The heavyweights punch very very hard, but I think AJ. I'm looking at AJ win, and I can't see it going the distance.
Okay. Do you still in contact with Dan? Because I'm trying to think like sharing a room with somebody for 2 years is a long time. Do you guys still stay in touch?
No, I've got him on my social medias, but don't really keep in touch. No, I've never come across him in the even in the pros, like on shows or anything.
That's mad, isn't it? You spend 2 years like
Mad.
it's
Yeah.
hard, and then you don't see each other for years.
Yeah.
Life. Yeah, Troy. Anything else you mate that you want to share with us or tell us about?
Yeah, I just want to give a massive thank you to everybody out there who supports me, who's continued to support me through thick and thin. There's about 20, 25 people flying over to Dubai. So massively humbled by that. And yeah, obviously October 19th is the start of the journey at 160, and I'm ready to get things cracking. And people are going to see the best of me at that weight.
Indeed, they are, man. I wish you all the best, Troy, and yeah, we look forward to seeing where this resurgence takes you, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.